Well, if you look at the history of God, for example, I believe it was Karen Armstrong or some other writer who treats God as a historical figure. God behaves in the Bible as kind of an immature child.
Okay.
And with God is not necessarily as evolved as some of the most evolved members of society.
Now, this is a very interesting question that you're bringing up here, because it touches upon a notion of evolution, which is called evolutionary panentheism, that sees the whole universe coming into being as the coming into being of God.
Yes.
And of course, that means that God has various stages of evolution, from less developed in certain ways to more developed. I think that's
sort of my thinking. I think if I were to probe my own ideas deeply, I would say that God needs us as much as we need God.
Yes. Yes, I have. I think that idea has a lot of merit. Yes, indeed.
And I guess maybe I've revealed more about my own thinking.
Well, that's good. I enjoy that. Yes, well, I think we all have our visions of reality, and sometime by talking, we come to see them more and more clearly. We have them, and they affect us, but we don't are not always aware of them in their details.
Well, this brings us back to the remark I made at the beginning of our discussion about Emil Durkheim and his notion that these are what the gods are of each culture, is the projection of the group mind.
Yes.
So you get a sense of the maturity of the group as a whole by understanding their deities.
Yes, and I think that is very true. And those deities are going to be very individual. They're not going to be the same in Australia as they are in let's say, Africa. So it's very culturally formed.